very high, but you get it off the floor. And you're going to try to hold it there for a count and then back down. And then we add a hand with it. But there you still got this chair. Once you graduate past that point, you're going to have both hands, and you still need the chair in case they get shaky. These particular balance drills are also postures or patterns in Tai Chi. That particular one is called guard, and it occurs in a sequence when you do the flowing patterns of Tai Chi. What we're going to do is get some folks up here with me. You don't need to see me do this. You need to see people who have learned it recently. Claudia, you come up here. Joan. Claudia has been in the classes at Drake Senior Center for how long?
Since August.
She has learned all 24 of the basic Tai Chi postures and patterns. First one to do it. Congratulations. Joan has been involved in this stuff with me for more years than she cares to remember. We got involved in martial arts a long time ago with our grandchildren. They were being homeschooled. And then we got to the point where the martial arts part was a little bit strenuous because all these Tai Chi patterns really going to lead coming up to the shoulders, and your knees take over, and you're down to the tabletop. Shift your weight to the right, form a cradle on the right side. Step to the left, you're going to read the left palm. Rock back, lift your toe, form the cradle on your left side, read the right palm. Rock back, form the cradle on the right side, read the left palm. Take a little short step, form the cradle on your left, spread the wings. Now you're going to close from here. Step back and drop the right wing. Close your feet, close your hands. Good job. You tell them.
That looks like you have an awful lot to learn, but you learn one piece at a time. You learn the opening, and that's fairly easy to do. And then you learn how to walk. And normally we walk straight toward where we want to go. In Tai Chi, they have changed it to a dance step, so that when you step out to the side and you rock forward and you slide your back heel. You rock back, you turn your toe, and you step up. You step forward, rock, heel slide, rock, toe turn. Step up, and you may do this for a week or two until it becomes just basically automatic to do that. And then you add hands to it. And you learn that one at a time.
You're not competing with anybody else. You're just going to move at your own progress. What we did was 6 fairly simple patterns. When you get further into it, look back, step back, push.
This is a very persistent monkey.
And push. What they're doing here is visualizing a small ceramic monkey. Now, I don't know why the Chinese do this, but they do it. So we use that just visual symbol. That monkey is sitting there, and you're going to push the monkey off. Now he's here, so you can't get rid of him. You're constantly trying to push the monkey. But it helps you remember the name of what you're doing. Okay. One other thing we want to do, a lot of the seniors like to show off to their grandchildren. How many of you saw Karate Kid? Karate Kid movie? You remember in that thing? There was this. Name of it was crane stands. You guys that can do this, go through it with.
Is this a setup?
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to start again with the feet parallel. Turn your right foot to 2 o'clock and bring your left foot over. Both hands up. Now you're going to bend the right knee. And when your hands cross in front of you, you form that eagle's beak and you bring the knee up. And you're in the crane stance. What we do is we do the right side, then we go to the left. So let's go with that one again. And we're speeding this stuff up. It's supposed to be very slow. Now step down, just keep your hands up. Shift over, sink down, and back up. Thank you, guys.
Activated before. Now, if you saw all the movements, they are moving 360 degrees. They're not going and pumping machines like you do in America, not at this age. So, when they do this, they are reactivating those neurotransmitters and they go and they're giving a biofeedback to the brain from different pathways they've never done before. And the reduction in falls is 80% in 6 months, if it is done 4 hours a week. And this is from the world literature. This is not what I'm saying. Now, practical examples. I have a patient who was falling, in her diary, 390 times she fell. In the last 1 year, 1 time. 1 time. And if you come to my practice, some of the staff are here, and 1 or 2. Even to the hospital, Ms. Jeannie Booth is here from the acute care for elders. I think we should appreciate her work at the ACE unit. And she's one of the first nurses in Alabama going to be qualified as a geriatric nurse with the New York University, where they're incorporating evidence-based practices in the hospital to prevent falls. So with that, I thank you very much.
I was just wondering how many people on the stage with Parkinson's patients?
Fred,
Jeff?
Jeff. Anybody else up here? We have some others, but we didn't force them on the stage.
Well, I have Parkinson's. Just that deep.
I have,
Tie in with Parkinson's.
yes sir, exactly. In fact, I didn't want to, Mr. Seeley said I shouldn't talk too much, just a little bit. So I, very careful. And don't move your temporomandibular joint too much. Take it easy. I've got 60 original articles, including Harvard University. When I wrote down the Parkinson, it wasn't Parkinson's disease that did research. Now remember, Parkinson's disease and aging, it doubles the incidence of falls and double the problem with balance because you're having aging plus a neurodegenerative disease. So I have original articles. In fact, the first study in America is in Oregon, where they're doing the 2-year research from the National Institute of Health. And the results that have come out in Parkinson patients, reduction in falls by 70%. And these programs, and we are going to develop this program if the community cooperates with us, developing for people who walk with a cane, walker, wheelchair, even we are going to help them to be transferred. I can give many examples of my own patients with Parkinson's disease. I have done neurology before, and they have not fallen. In 6 months, I have a record of them. And my single observation is not important at all. The literature, the scientific analysis in Parkinson's disease